count us down.
Okay. Ooh, I don't even think I'm gonna look at YouTube. Guess you could just tell me about it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what the questions are if the people have any.
Yeah. Do those questions stay up there even after?
Yeah, you'll be able to go back and watch the questions. So it's spinning and spinning over here on my thing, but I'm trying to, okay, as long as I can mute it and I can go back to Zoom. Oh, shoot.
Aha.
I guess it's not going to let me keep Zoom open this time.
I see it.
Do you have Zoom open on yours?
I do, and now I see both of us on YouTube. With error reloading. But I can see both of us on YouTube live.
Okay. There we go. Okay, so I have this open and I can see the questions. Somebody in the chat tell me if there's an echo. Is there an echo going on?
Oh, I see what you mean. There is a delay.
Yeah. There's a little bit of a delay. So we'll wait for some people to get in here.
Okay. Mine says error loading chat.
See if you can type something in the chat.
No, there's an error loading.
Yeah.
Tap to retry.
My son said you can't type in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. No, the chat's not working.
Do you see my chat?
No. On mine it says, oh, okay, wait a second. Yep, I think it just came through.
Oh, okay. Cheryl, hello.
Weird.
Cheryl typed in. Hey, Cheryl. Okay. Hey, Sandra. My son, it's on now. Okay, it's working now. All right, so everybody, welcome. So I have tonight with me, for those of you who are familiar, Mr. Malik, who's the owner of Fragrant Body Oils. We actually haven't done a live chat. We haven't done this in like an entire year, right?
Close to it. Maybe
yeah, right when the pandemic started, right? I think was last time.
We did one more.
Oh, did we? Okay. But it's been quite a while. So a lot new has happened, right?
Yeah, a lot new has happened.
I was going to ask you about the weather, but I don't care to hear anything about the weather in Florida.
You know what? It's actually been pretty chilly. My mother and I compare notes every morning.
Humor me.
I know, right. 50s and 40s, you know.
Yeah.
Nice.
We can't get to 20 here.
Oh no.
It's bad. Oh, it's so bad.
I can't live in those climates. I'll go ski, but I'm out after that.
Yeah. My son said, yeah, I'm going to take care of that right now. You get it? So hello, everyone. Christina, ED, Thelma. Thank you, ED, Patricia Brown, Faye. How is everyone? It's actually hot in this room though. Like,
Yeah.
it's really hot in here tonight. I'm like, I had my little heater going just right before we started because I can't keep it on while I'm on because the camera picks up the sound. So I had to turn it off, but it got pretty warm in here. 72 in Los Angeles. I just cannot.
Oh,
I, whew,
now it was 70 here today. Yesterday it was about 70, but it rains a lot here now, but 70s yesterday. Nice.
Yeah. Crazy. So you moved to well, you had did you have a brick and mortar before?
Some time ago, but we just moved from the mall. We were in a kiosk.
Oh, okay.
So we just moved
to
the brick and mortar again. This time a larger location. Definitely more of our own. I don't know if people realized we were working 7 days a week. We were open 7 days a week for, 6 years. So
yeah,
we're Sundays we're off. We're closed. I mean, not Sundays, excuse me. Sundays we're off. Yeah, Sundays we're closed. And we're able to kind of do what we want to do now instead of having to be open in the mall because the mall's open.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's cool. You get to have a life.
I get to have a life. That's what I've been working on. All these automated things we're doing. I'm just trying to make sure that, kind of like even right now, we're going to be closed on Monday, which we normally we're open on the holidays, but we're closed on this Monday just because the staff has been really tired. I can kind of see it. It's like we all just need weekend. So
yeah, you gotta have a break sometimes.
I know, but sometimes the grind is and online sales is kind of hard to come back from 2-3 days of being closed. We start getting emails. I usually get my package in 3 days.
So what's hot right now in the world of oils? I can give you my opinion, but I haven't really been like on the up and up, with them. But I do have two that I feel like are absolutely mind blowing right now.
Which ones?
Angel Share.
Oh,
yeah. And that 1 million parfum.
And you didn't think you was gonna like that either.
I did not, but I'm telling you, that smells so good on my husband. I was gonna keep it, but I was like, it smells so good on him. You had sent me a sample of it at first, and I tried it, and I was like, oh, this is nice. So I gave him the sample, and then he wore it to bed one night, and I was like, what you got on?
No.
And he told me, I was like, whoa. So
Angel
when you sent the bottle, huh?
I'm saying the Angel Share is really nice.
Yeah, Angel Share is amazing. I like, of course, I layer that with my Angel Share, the fragrance, the actual fragrance. But yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I just think it really does the original justice. I've had a couple of people say they actually sold their original. Just because it is really pricey. So they sold the original. So I that was a great compliment. When we get those kind of compliments.
They sold their original and kept the oil.
Yeah. The Angel Share, I'm trying to think. Right now, a couple of the ones that I really like, either they're on their way or we haven't released them yet. So I'm testing. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Space Rage.
What is that?
Laredo.
Oh, that's new, right?
Right.
But that's what's his name?
Travis.
Is it Travis? Yeah, Travis Scott's fragrance. Yeah.
I'm like, when these celebrities have fragrances, but from my understanding, when I read about it, it used to be Pulp, and they essentially just changed the name.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Okay, because I have smelled Pulp.
Did you like it?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
weird.
Yeah. But they sold out.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of been on a hot streak. But I've been wearing that recently, and I really really like that. And Coco Moon, which we're gonna be releasing shortly.
Oh,
Um,
that's Giza Beach. The what is that?
yeah,
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah,
you have that?
I do not. I had some Crystal. I think I sent me some samples of that a while back. I
That's
think
nice.
I want to say, yeah.
I have a package coming for you because we have about 10 new fragrances coming out. And I'll be honest, I we're releasing so many fragrances that by the time we release something and I'm in love with it, the next batch comes in and then I fall in love with something else.
Yeah, that's that frag life though.
I mean, because I
That's like,
still really enjoyed the bitter peach. I did. I really enjoyed that.
I still haven't. I don't know. I wore it the other night. Actually, let me tell you what I put on the other night. I put on my Lost Cherry lotion,
Hmm.
and I use the bitter peach oil, fragrance oil,
Okay.
and I
Okay.
put a little tiny bit of oud wood because I like to layer oud wood with everything, and it was
Mm.
really nice. Yeah, really
So
nice.
you like me. Like I'll try all kind of stuff on and figure it out. My moods. I'll put
All
something
type of
on.
stuff.
Yeah. So those are the ones that I'm enjoying right now. There's some that I will always go back to. Um,
Oh yeah.
you know, and I know you like layering. We get a lot of people that say, "Oh, even Monroe said I could layer this with Egyptian musk," and that layers with everything.
I think it does. Do you layer Egyptian musk?
I normally do molecule one and sometimes molecule two. I like molecule two now more than I like O1. Um,
Really?
I do, I do. But
Yeah,
molecule
I'm.
is sneaky. It's like you're like, what is that? Molecule two
Yeah,
is more of a fragrance to me. Molecule one is
yeah,
it's kind of like a feeling.
yeah. It's a lot of people are kind of anosmic to O1, but I
Mm.
love O1. I think it'll always be my favorite. I love it.
So I'm not sure if you had a chance to use the soap, the molecule one soap. I mean,
Did you send me? You didn't send me Molecular One soap.
send you the soap for that. Yeah.
You sure?
No, I don't know if I did, but I'll have to send.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
curious to see how if you like it or not.
yeah, yeah. I love Molecular One. So has a lot changed with business during COVID, or is it still?
Um, yes, actually, we've grown a lot via COVID. What we
Mhm.
found, and I talked to my staff about it. Yeah, the person who was going to the hair store or the flea market or their local oil person, they can't get to them, or that person is out of business, or
Right.
they're not able to get out, or whatever it may be. So they search online, they find us, and you know they realize we have some unique fragrances, and when they get it, they get it fairly fast. I mean, we pretty much ship within on the website. We have 3 to 5 days, but by the third day, if something's not out, I'm asking why, and normally
Yeah.
because we're out, there's an issue. So our business has grown tremendously in the last year. I think here they still, I think people are now able to go to the flea markets, but then again, I mean, it's kind of like
Yeah.
people who are kind of using caution. I mean, I don't go anywhere. We don't eat out and things like that. So some things have just been cut out. So some people are just, they're not going out to the flea market to get oils. So
Yeah.
find us. Some of these businesses, they didn't have the online presence beforehand. There's a steep
Right.
learning curve to sending out. People think it's easy to send out packages. You got to think, okay, tape and bubble wrap, and how the bottles are gonna be secure, how you get your payment, how you print the labels, your printers. I mean, we have kind of a
Oh yeah.
system we've had to ramp up. And with the new space, we've been able to buy more printers. Everybody has
Mhm.
stations, so it made us more efficient. So even though we've seen the increase, we've been able to kind of keep up with the demand. So
Yeah.
we're fortunate, and I appreciate everybody who supports us. I mean, it's tough on our side sometimes because I think everybody on my staff has been tested, I don't know, 3-4 times in the last 3-4 months. Because if somebody sniffles at work, we like, oh, you got to go get tested.
So how do you handle customers like when they're coming in? It seems like I go some places and they're not doing anything different, right? Like they still have all their fragrances out. You can touch whatever you want to touch. And then you go some other places and everything's like taped up and, and that's what I want to see. But, some places haven't really changed anything.
Right. So with our new place, I had a lock installed on the door. So you can't even come in if you don't have a mask on. There's a sign on the door,
Yeah.
mask before you enter. So if you don't have a mask, we don't buzz you in. I mean, that's kind of the first thing. It's difficult because people have to smell. So they'd have to pull their mask down to smell. And we have samples,
Yeah.
we have samples out, and then we do have a rotation where we wipe down and sanitize. But it's difficult, it's difficult to kind of maintain that, especially on your Fridays and Saturdays. We have to say, okay, I mean, you have to wait in your car until we get this next person or these next people out, and then you can come in. And then we do a lot of wiping down, a lot of sanitizing, and a lot of
yeah. Yeah, it's rough. It's not the same anymore. Do you think that it'll ever go back to like being the same as it was before, like pre-COVID?
I hope. I do hope, but I just don't see it in the immediate future, just because I think a lot of us are kind of will have PTSD from doing it. Like anybody coughs, everybody's like, and it's just, this is just, I mean, how long is it going to take for us to not remember these times? I mean, which, if you over 35, 40 years old, I mean, it's going to take some time for you. I'm hoping
it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, are you getting the shot?
Yep. I'm definitely going to get it. I know, and I don't say it without saying I haven't thought about this. In the beginning, I was definitely, no, I'm not getting the shot, this, that, and the third. But I don't know if you remember, and I'm not sure if I said it in our first interview. I was sick when I came back from California right before. I was sick for like 6 weeks. Yeah, I was down. So if that's any indication, of what it does, I'm in fairly good shape. So
you probably already had it.
Probably already had it, but I have my mother's elderly. I want to help my mother, so I want to make sure that she's protected. And again, I do understand the ramifications, and especially with our community, this trust we have for not just the government, because I think people just have so much misinformation. They think the government made the vaccines. You got 7 companies making vaccines. It's not the government. But anyway, I don't want to go too far into, but I am going to.
Well, you know how we are.
I know.
So we have some more people. Mighty Strong. That's right, Mighty Strong. Get those thumbs up. Winnie from Jamaica. Elizabeth. Hey, Elizabeth. Forgiven by Faith says oils are fire.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And Babs, you recently purchased from FBO and was very pleased. Great way to smell new scents without the high price. Love Moolah Moolah, Molecule, and Black Phantom.
Yeah, the Moolah Moolah. That's essential right there.
Yeah.
I love that.
So someone asked, what is your most popular fragrance?
Well, our most popular fragrance is the Baccarat Rouge 540. It just kind of depends on, we sell on eBay, Amazon, website, walk-ins. So each one of those customers, they're different customers. The customers that come on, more than likely, they're more knowledgeable. You know, they
right.
was up with us, so we sent them samples. So now they start researching. They start going, oh wait, what they sent us is this and this is that. Well, people just come
Yeah.
to the street who normally buy flea market stuff. They're gonna get pink sugar. They're gonna get
Yeah.
they're gonna get Ismiyaki. So
What's the other one? Oh, what is it? It's been around for years. It's like lick me.
all over, yeah,
Yeah, lick me all over.
all
When
over.
I used to go to the flea market to buy oils, I used to buy that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So as far as being popular for women, you're gonna have pink sugar by far outsells most women fragrances. We
Yeah.
because of our interview and because you've talked about Sunshine Woman, we do sell a lot of that. Sugar
That's a
Cat.
good one to buy. Yeah.
It is. The Tom Fords. Um, some of the niche brands that we've introduced, people have really taken hold to, like the Mula Mulas,
Yeah.
like the Chronics and some of those brands that people wouldn't know. The Parfums de Marley, that brand, most people don't know about. I didn't know about it until one of our customers asked, and I started doing some research. We started releasing them. They have their brand, their line is great. It really is.
Yeah.
I love the Ojan. That's one that I'm wearing right now too. Have you had that? Have you smelled that Ojan?
Ojan. Yeah. Yeah, I have Ojan actually. I have the fragrance. Yeah.
I love that.
Ojan is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I have my pecking order with those. It's like Carlisle. Have you done Carlisle yet?
We kind of had a mishap with a couple of their fragrances, so I have to repurchase them.
Yeah. Carlisle, you did Harrod, right? Did you do Harrod?
Love Harry. Yes, yes. Essentially.
Leighton, Ujan.
Ujan.
Yeah, those are my favorite, definitely.
And your favorite Delana?
Huh?
Delana.
I'm cool with her. You know?
I thought you loved her.
I like the oil Delana. Yeah, I like from that entire female line, like Athalia is my favorite. Like it's so grown up and just really nice, different, unique. Like it's not something everybody is gonna wear, you know?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things that I try to, when people come in and say, what's your best fragrance? What do you like? And I always try to explain to people, it depends on my mood. And it's very similar to wine. I mean, if you're used to drinking Moscato, if I give you what I drink, just we talked about like Scotch. I mean, this is what I drink. It's required. So after you start wearing different fragrances, you'll realize, okay, I need to move away from, Aventus. It's nice, but I need to get on that Harry,
Yes, absolutely. It makes me think of a comment that I got last night. It was really funny. I actually would like to read this comment verbatim.
Okay.
If I may, because it is, we talked about this when we did a live show before. We talked about how subjective fragrance is, right?
Yes.
How it's like one of the most subjective things in the world. Like, you just have to find what you like and you have to go with that. And so of course, sometimes people are like, well, why do you wear niche and why do you feel like? So this comment I got, it said, listen, after watching this video, I had to comment, ladies, expensive perfumes ain't nothing but a big deception. Don't believe the hype. Miss Eva Monroe thinking her $10,000 plus collection was all of that.
Oh gosh.
Until her son put her on the reel, telling her son jokingly she was going to put him out because he didn't like her perfume. At least her son hipped us and told us the real. Don't be deceived, ladies. You can smell really good on the cheap. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Her son thinks her expensive perfumes stink. I fell out of the side of my bed laughing at that.
Oh my gosh.
My son actually sent it to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think sometimes people just don't understand that it's not that, because I think sometimes people think that I try to go out and get the worst thing ever, but it's just a matter of when you have smelled as many things as I have smelled, as you know, you've been wearing fragrances as long as I've been wearing fragrances, then there are certain things that just don't even move me, that I'm just totally not. So I was like, yeah, I want to try new things. I want to try different things. I like things that smell unique. I still really enjoy some mainstream fragrances like Amazing Grace. That's always going to be one of my favorite fragrances. I love that. But yeah, fragrance is just one of the most subjective things ever.
I wish I could just take that sentence right there and just I may need to put that in every email, because what happens is, per this video, someone will order whatever you just talked about, and then they'll contact us and say, I hate this. Eva said this can't possibly be what she likes. And I'm like, everybody likes what they like. If you ask 100 people what their favorite food is, you're going to find 100 different or favorite songs.
Different answers. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Very subjective.
We will have a customer come up and say, oh my God, this is so strong. I could never wear this. Literally, the next customer will come up and say, I can barely smell this. And that's just how fragrances work. We're all different. That's one of the challenges with this business is, trying to get people to just sample things first. Because somebody else, and it's not you, body chemistry, what you eat, how, we have some people who are smokers that have come into the shop and asked one of the staff, smell me, tell me what I smell like. And their noses are so keen, they like, cigarettes, cigar, they can't smell the fragrance on you because, or cat, your cat.
Not cat.
So.
Very. Yeah, you should put that in an email. The Barefoot Bombshell said, thank you, Malik, for admitting that you are getting the shot. She said people need to stop.
Because what will happen, and you see it now, first of all, the Black community is being affected more and not taking the shot. I mean, we have to get our information from real sources, not memes, and not I see people on the Instagram who haven't read a book since middle school telling you not to get shot. Why are you?
Well, that's the thing. That's what I was going to say. People are getting this, from the Facebook and the Instagram conspiracy theory people that, teach this on social media. It's always so funny to me. But the only thing I want to know, I have a question about is, they have said, and I don't know what they have said in other cities or other places, they said, we have made a decision to give the Moderna shot in the inner city, and the Pfizer shot in the county and rural areas. And I'm like, why?
I haven't heard that.
I need to know why. I don't live in the inner city, but hey, why? Why y'all doing that?
If I heard that, I would definitely be skeptical. I mean, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm not nervous or don't have apprehensions, but I just think we do know what COVID does. We do. It's
absolutely
no secret.
Yeah, we know it's real now, because remember, this time last year, it was something they made up to keep us in the house.
Right. I was one of the ones that's going like, that's like the flu. It'll be fine. I wasn't doing the 5 days, but I was definitely thinking, okay, this is going to pass. But now we know it's real.
Yeah, it's real. So I had asked in a group, did anybody have any questions for you? And a few people had really good questions for you. And I have one. Now, this is an interesting one.
Oh gosh.
You don't have to answer it if you don't want to, but we wish you would.
Okay.
Do you think that Black customers expect too much from Black-owned businesses?
Can I a resounding totally. I mean, and I talk about this kind of behind closed doors. And I get it, but at the same time I don't. I have two kind of customers at the opposite spectrum. We have we have a couple of brothers and sisters that come into the shop. They hand money out, don't care how much it is, and they give the employees a tip. Yo, here, a big tip. I'm like, man, thank you. The other ones, they come in and go, wow, this is, you went, in our shop, roll-ons are $5.99. And we have all kind of deals that really people online are not privy to. And we still have hope.
Do tell.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I shouldn't have said that, but we went up on our price $1 after I think 12 years. And the same people have been purchasing for 10 years, saying, oh my God, I love you guys' stuff. We'll leave saying, oh, you need to give them a raise. Are the same people that were like, hey, he went up $1. Hey man, but I remember when. And it's like, it's $1. And we're the only ones in the world that carry this fragrance in the oil. Right? And then it's just an unbelievable expectation. Okay, you go buy, I'm not gonna say any brand name, but these high-end brands, I think a lot of the people in the live chat will agree. These brands will last 2-3 hours on your skin. Some of them, some fragrances.
Right.
I'll get people that purchase a roll-on, let's say a premium fragrance for $10, and they'll come back and say, it only lasted 7 hours. It only lasted 6 hours. And it's like, really? Like, $450 and it'll last 2 hours. So, and I know I kind of went around the way, but I do agree. I think there has to be a little more, you have to grow to that. But we weren't always like this. And as we get more customers who support us, we're able to create better fragrances, use different manufacturers, better packaging, better labels.
Yeah.
And one time, we wrote on our labels. Then it became printing these small paper labels, then the glossy label. So you have to give Black businesses time to grow. I've never had a loan. Never, not one. It's all off the elbow. It's all for people. So we appreciate them, but we do want them to, if we make a mistake, people will, I'm going to tell everybody on Facebook, I got my fragrance and it was broke or it didn't smell right, And it's just, it's frustrating sometimes, but I understand where it comes from. I understand the place it comes from, that you're looking for someone like you, and either, the expectation is just absurd, or you think this is your cousin or your aunt or your nephew, and you feel like you need to get more. They always want, not when I say they, I mean these types of customers always want to do
right.
You can't hook me up. I've been buying from you for 10 years. You can't give me a free one. And it's like, you wouldn't go to Best Buy and say, look, I brought 3 PlayStations out of here and I get a free one. But you do it to someone who looks like you, so
right. Yeah.
I'm not bashing our folks for this, because again,
no, it's not. They need to know, that how they behave is not acceptable nor appreciated. And because see, here's the thing. People spend money on what they want. Like you just said about the PlayStation. If they went to Best Buy when the new PlayStation dropped next year and it was $200 more than it was this year, they would not call PlayStation on the phone and be like, look here, for the past 10 years, I've been buying. They would never do that. They wanted to play. They would just cough up the money,
Miss Monroe.
I think it kind of goes both ways though, because I think sometimes, sometimes the service that we receive from us can be less than,
True. But, there's a correlation to it. It's like, if if you support us more, then we can do more trainings. We have a meeting every Friday. Well, we can afford to now have that kind of meeting. We can afford to have someone come in and speak to the staff and say, look, this is how you need. When we have a problem, as soon as I pick up the phone, I got this, that, and the third. And it's like, just let us try to fix it first.
Right. Yeah.
Let's find out what the issue is so we can do it. So you're right. I mean, completely right.
Yeah. So let me ask you some questions that are in the Jeremy Kalin. Thank you. You're welcome, Jeremy.
Except Jeremy.
And Faye said, yes, I can answer that. They always want a discount. Faye asked, do you send samples? And yes, Faye, he absolutely will send samples. Yeah. Do you have sample packs you can purchase, right? Am I right about that or wrong?
No, so now we're working on doing a top seller sample pack. Right now, every fragrance has a sample for $2, essentially. That you can purchase, but it's kind of like it's about I think it's 1/18. It's a half gram. So it's large enough, and it's only $2. I mean, with the shipping, you're probably going to be looking at $4.50 or something. But if you get a couple of them, it makes it worth it. I mean, again, like you said, people will spend on what they want to spend on. I mean, I don't think, people buy a latte for $8, but we're working on some sample packs though. We just can't afford to send out free samples. Not even the price, it's the time, because people don't understand samples. We hand do those samples. Like every sample is hand poured. So that means, I don't know, 7,000-8,000 samples every month that we send with orders. So every order gets samples with it.
Right. Yeah.
Those are free, and normally it's the newer fragrances, the high-end fragrances, the niche, whatever's hot, or just coming down the pipe. So unfortunately, we don't have any free samples anymore. But when you do purchase, you get free
samples.
Yeah.
Cool. So shipping right now is really messed up. To choose my words. Really messed up right now. And I'm sure you're hearing all about that.
It is difficult. Partially because I think COVID, as we know, it's come in waves. So we've had times where we drop our packages every single day. Every day.
Yeah.
We have packages that we dropped off on Wednesday to get scanned in, didn't get scanned in. Thursday, didn't get scanned in. We dropped some off on Friday, got scanned in. And then the ones from those other days come 3 days later. And people, we didn't get this. And it's like, we can't control that. And because we have a good relationship, we've been doing it so long, we know the postal workers. They're good people. They're just, when they get a wave of COVID, and people are out, it pushes back.
Yeah.
We're just talking about our location. So now, once it ships from here, let's say it's going to California. Now it goes from here.
2 places.
Right. Yeah. But even in between that, because sometimes it goes from different hubs. So now if this hub is affected, then the next hub is affected. So we've had people who we shipped to Georgia that it took a week and a half. And then at the same time, we shipped something to California and it took 3 days. But it's rhyme or reason. And sometimes people don't understand. I'm not driving your package to you. This is part of the process. And we just have to be, patient and really guys with the people who are doing this work, because they out here. I mean, it's tough.
They're going through it right now. And it's bad. It's bad right now. There are 2 places. I know St. Louis is one place that packages have been known to sit recently for a month. And actually they were saying that some packages that people ordered for like Black Friday, Thanksgiving, and like just started being received. And I had some packages that were like a month out, a month and a half out. So it's a mess here. Indianapolis, and there's somewhere else that I saw. But It's
This is
bad
all
right
over the
now.
world. I mean, we get stuff back from, I, I kind of had to make a decision on. There's a couple of countries we just not sending to because they send it right back, and now we're out of $30 shipping. They want their package, and trying to explain to them, your country's sending it back. There's nothing we can do. And I say, okay, well, look, we can send it DHL, but it's going to be $120. And they're like, no, and it's just, this is just the state that we're in right now. And I really wish people would be a little more patient. And I'm, I'm guilty of it. I have a couple packages that have been lost or have been in transition for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. I'm guilty of it right now. At this very moment, I have a nasty attitude about a package that was actually promised. It was supposed to be in my hands by the end of January. This was the story that was told to everybody. And the people in the United States have not received theirs yet. So I'm like, okay. But yeah, you just gotta be patient. And wait till it shows up. I think people's thing is, and even like I said, I think I had told you once upon a time, this was like right after Thanksgiving. I had it was almost like $2,000.
I remember you
worth of stuff just like floating around in USPS land. I was like, oh my God, like I wasn't getting anything. Yeah. And I just, for a moment, I was just shopping, buying stuff I need to buy. And I wasn't getting anything. And I was like, okay, let me stop this online shopping stuff. I just stopped everything I was doing. I went out, got my Christmas gifts, got the rest of my Christmas gifts, from the store, because I wasn't getting any mail. We weren't even getting bills. What? Once upon a time. Yeah, for we wouldn't get mail. Some days we might not get mail for 2 days, maybe 3 days during the week. So
my mother has that. She's having that problem up in the Bronx where the mail hasn't come for 3-4 days straight. Nothing. And nothing. No, just nothing. And just trying to explain to people, you just have to be, they'll email and say, well, or call and say, well, what can you do? It's like, yeah. And telling someone to be patient when they're upset, it doesn't work.
No. No. So Jacqueline, I'm going to put the website up on the when we get off of here. I was trying to figure out how to put it up on the title, but I'm definitely going to put that up. Eva, will there ever be a time you pushed out a fragrance? Ooh. No.
That's a good idea.
You know what? It is not. I say this all the time. It's really strange that it is not as well received by the people that you would think that it would be well received by, like the people in the fragrance community. Because when reviewers put out a fragrance, I was like, every reviewer think they can put a fragrance out, And it's like, well, who else would you want to purchase a fragrance from, right? Don't you think that they would have an amazing nose? You sit there and you watch all of their videos, you trust what they say, you love them, you own 50 fragrances that they've recommended to you, but you don't think that they have the wherewithal to create a fragrance. So Demi, she collabed with a really big fragrance company, which was a smart move, And if ever I did, Raja holla.
Right. No, right.
But no, I wouldn't have a desire to do that.
Yeah. Well, you just, you never know. You never know. Because
you
come to find out that normally what I tend to hear as a business owner more is the complaints. So we have thousands and tens of thousands of people that support us, but those 5 people are screaming really loud in my ear. This doesn't smell like so and so. So you never know. I mean, you come out with a good fragrance, I'm sure people will support it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I would do like a collab or something like that. Someone needs to collab with a sister, But, and you know what? Speaking of fragrance, there's something that I want to say because I should have said this at the very beginning of the video, but we got started talking or whatever. So I really want to send out my condolences to Carlos, aka Brooklyn Fragrance Lovers family. So that was just, I didn't know Carlos personally. We were not friends or anything, but whenever something like that happens, that's so sad. So yeah.
I just got hip to his channel. I mean, I just really found his Instagram recently, so it is sad.
Yeah, really sad. Really, really sad. Mona B said tomorrow is Galentine's Day. Yes, you're supposed to go out with your gal friends tomorrow. And Katie Collady, rest in peace, Carlos. Yeah, so sad. It just goes to show. I always, whenever that happens, people, like I saw a lot of people posting, he just posted a video 5 days ago. Or, you know, people are like, I just saw them yesterday and they said they were doing good. In the twinkling of an eye. You know, it can happen just that fast. That's why I'm just gonna ride this thing till the wheels fall off. Y'all better do the same.
No, seriously. I mean,
yeah,
I made a conscious effort to just try to not just de-stress and try to take every moment for what it is, but just to be kind to people and you know,
yeah,
your mission.
absolutely. You have to.
You know?
Yeah, be kind. And especially since COVID has happened, like I think COVID has really changed a lot of people's minds about a lot of things, you know, the way that they live, the way they treat people, you know, the way they don't live. So life is short.
Someone said in the chat earlier that I've gotten slimmer and I've stopped eating.
Oh, so you can see the chat. Oh,
yeah, I have my phone right here. Yeah, so I stopped eating pizza during this. I mean, well, let me not say stopped, but like once in a blue now, you know, ice cream and you know the things that I enjoyed more. I mean, I always was running and things like that. Drink almost a gallon of water a day. I mean, just things to improve my health and my mental well-being.
Right.
It's tough.
Well, I was gonna say you've been running like Forrest Gump.
Yeah, it's the eating though. The eating is what really did it. You know, because
that's the biggest part.
Yeah, I was running a lot, but still looked the same. But I was running and then eat a pint of ice cream and lay down.
That's people don't tell people, say that louder for the people in the back. They don't get that. You can exercise, you can work out as long as you want to, as hard as you want to. If you don't eat right, it's not going to matter. It's not going to work. You're not even going to reap the benefits of the workout. Period.
I can do like more push-ups now than I was, and I don't do them as much. When I run now, I feel lighter, you know.
Yeah.
When I eat bad, I ate Chinese the other night, and I love like fried rice and General Tso's chicken, and
yeah,
I just didn't feel right after. I was like, you know, that just didn't taste right.
You know what? It's funny you said that. Last night I got so sick off of Chinese food.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Like so sick off of Chinese food. Like, you know what? This is funny. I thought about this. We have never done DoorDash or Uber Eats or anything like that. Like we've never used those services, you know. But I was like, I asked my husband, I said, well, you know, I could really use some Chinese food, you know, and especially since my house is torn up again. Said, could you stop and get some Chinese food? And he said, yeah. So he went to this place, brand spanking new place, and picked it up. And I couldn't wait to have it. I wanted beef and broccoli. And what else did I get? I got lo mein. And last night I ate that stuff and I could not even sleep last night. Like my stomach was in knots and upside down the entire night. And my husband was like, well, take a acid reflux pill. And I was like, no. So, you know, we take stuff like that and that stuff gets recalled and then like, no, I don't want to take that. But yeah, I was sick as I don't know. And then because I don't eat stuff like that, you know, on a consistent basis.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Ice cream the other day, I ate it, but it's not the same now. Now my body's like, what are you doing? Like, you know, and
yeah.
After the Chinese food, the General Chow chicken, I think I was full for like 2 days. I just felt like, ugh, you know. So,
yeah. Someone in the chat said I don't eat Chinese food anymore. My husband, it took some convincing. My husband wasn't eating Chinese food for a while. That's my husband. I said, you know, here's the thing. It's not really Chinese food, right?
Right.
It's our idea of what Chinese food is.
Yeah, Americanese food.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Not Chinese food at all. I don't even think Chinese people eat that Chinese food.
Right. Yeah.
Katie Conley, I'm wearing Angel Share sample right now. Angel Share is amazing. One of the best fragrances ever. Well, the best fragrance of definitely of 2020, the best Killian release.
I think so. I really do.
Yeah, very nice. Very well done, Mr. Killian, because I was almost done with Killian.
Yeah. Some of these brands they kind of they get a little cocky and just kind of just throw stuff against the wall and you know
flankers. Like I think 2021 is gonna be the year of the flanker. Like it's like every time I go to Fragrantica, it's like, you know, 5 different flankers from the same.
Yes. And then people say, are you getting this? Are you getting this? And I'm like, it smells just like this, or it smells like this. Like, yeah. No, you're completely right. There's a couple of brands now they just releasing too much and just nothing that's, I don't want to say just original, but just it's not really thoughtful. It's like, smell that.
So have you moved into your new home yet?
I haven't. I should be closing soon.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm nervous. It's bigger, and then just with the moving the shop. So we're just really getting settled, and now I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna move again. So I'm a little anxious about it. I haven't started packing anything.
So you want to play a game?
Yeah, sure.
Since you have a glass there, we can play a game. I'll ask you a question. If you want to answer the question, you can answer it. If you don't want to answer it, then you take a drink.
Okay.
Same for me. If you would like me to answer the question, if I don't want to answer the question, I'll take a drink as well. You ready?
I'm ready.
Worst fragrance you've ever smelled. We'll start out on a fragrance note.
Oh my gosh.
Ever.
Oh my gosh. It's bad because we have it.
Subjective. What is it?
Oh.
I'm sure there's many people out here who love it.
Okay, so we had a customer say, hey, I love this fragrance. This is when we first started taking customer requests. So now we have customers who send in fragrances and we'll get them duped and manufactured and reversed. And our first two, the first one was semi-bespoke. And and it's a running joke with the staff about semi-bespoke. And
you got to be ready for that.
And I think there's a group that loves it.
Yeah.
But for me, and our staff, they don't care. Oh, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you one that. Can I give you another one?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's the worst, but I will say that if I drop it, a drop on me, I have to like wash and black woman.
Do I know what it is? Oh yeah, I was gonna say black woman.
So, tons, and it's very, very strong.
Yeah, it is.
I when I'm pouring it or we have make products, if it gets on you, that's it. It's on you for 2 days.
Yeah. I've never seen yours, but is yours literally black? I've seen some before that's black.
No, it's like it's a golden brownish, but it's and we sell it.
Yeah.
And
I remember that.
Okay, what's yours though?
Worst thing I've ever smelled? Jungle Jezebel.
Oh, I never even heard of that.
That's civet and bananas and bubblegum. Oh. Worst thing I've ever smelled in my life. Ooh. Yeah. In fact, I keep the sample because I feel like at some point in time I'm gonna have to I said this when I talked about it, leave it in someone's car who is irritating me or something, take the top off of it and just
oh my gosh.
Civet, straight up and down. All right. Worst date you've ever been on?
Worst date? Can you do yours first? I have to think about it.
No. I'm the host of this show.
All right. Well, let me think for a second. Worst date.
Worst date. It can't be that hard.
I mean, I had to go back to
You don't have to answer. You can drink.
Yeah, let me just take a drink.
You're no fun.
I'm trying to remember, but I'm scrolling through grad school days.
I know you don't have to go back that far.
Yeah. I mean, when you talk about worse, yeah. I mean,
really? I was gonna you haven't had a bad date since grad school?
You said worse.
Worse. Okay.
Yeah, worse. Nah, I was gonna go back to high school. I was gonna say, man, this girl came to my school with a basketball, after me all the way to the train station.
So did you drink for that question or you were going to answer it?
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So
worst date I've ever been on? That was easy. Well, I've had two worst dates. Which one should I drink as well? Oh, you know what? No. Worst date I've ever been on. I went out with a gentleman who was actually a football player. And he took me to eat some lovely seafood. And I'm going to be all, I don't eat salad or anything on the first date, but I want to be, clean and neat and everything. So I ordered some lobster pasta or something along those lines. And he ordered the biggest order of crab legs that he could get, right? And he was, but I got to tell you this. When he asked me out, I did not know that he was a football player because I'm not a real football player. I didn't know. And when I saw him eating the crab legs, I did not care what he did for a living. I was embarrassed for him. He was cracking the crab legs with his teeth. Stuff was flying all over me, all over the table. It was the worst thing ever. I was so embarrassed for him. And I was like, yeah, okay. And
he was talking at the same time too, probably
talking at the same time. Talking, yeah, and I'm like, oh my God. And I would never eat that on a first date anyway, because crab legs stink, right? Yeah. Smell like crab legs at the end of the night. So yeah, we never went out ever again. And he would always call me and say, hey, I want to take you out. You don't ever want to go out. And then he told me that, and I was like, that's nice. That's very nice. But it doesn't change the way I feel. Okay. So, yeah. Worst ever. I already know the answer to this. Best fragrance ever. Do I know this?
Best fragrance ever? Oh gosh. I'm such a mood fragrance person, so I just really have fragrance in my mood.
All right, you sleep on that one. I got another one for you. Worst customer story ever.
Oh my gosh! Now this one, I got 30,000 of these. Everybody will be asleep. I'll be still talking. Okay, and then let me tell you, the next one. I have a bunch of these.
Give us a good one.
A good one. Okay, so we have had this one customer who she came up to the shop. She lives in Florida, but not in Jacksonville. But talked to her on the phone. She drove to the shop. She comes to the shop with her and her friend. She probably will see this too. That's what's so crazy.
I was gonna say, might she be watching?
Matter of fact, yeah. I'll tell you. She drove up, I think, from it's either Tallahassee or Tampa. Anyway, she comes to the shop at the kiosk, and she starts talking about fragrances and I like this. She's going on and on about how I sell oils and stuff. She's a wholesale customer. I'm like, all right, great.
Okay.
We'll take care of you. It's no problem. She says, well, because my last wholesaler, they won't deal with me because I told them blah blah blah. This, so they said they're not selling to me anymore. I said, okay, but their quality is bad. And I said, all right, well, that's fine. She bought things. She brought some purchased some things, but not wholesale. I said, all right, cool. So when I get back, I have these. I'll try them out. So she starts purchasing wholesales. I told her from the beginning, hey, we cannot accept returns on these. You have the samples. Make sure this is what you want. She purchases a wholesale. First purchase. She calls me and says, I'm sending back this Sauvage and this so-and-so. I said, well, I can't take them. You've already purchased them and then you want to send them back. But I said to you, and Ms. Monroe, I took them back like I said, all right, send them back.
Customer's always right?
No. No, they're not.
Sometimes customer be wrong.
So I sent it back to her. I said, okay, cool. Figured we're fine. Next order, same exact thing. She ordered something, said she wants to send it back. I said, we can't take it back. I said, I did that as a courtesy and I explained that to you. Ms. Monroe, I just refunded her just that one fragrance. I said, okay, cool. The next time she purchased, she did the same exact thing. And I said, no, that's it. I can't do it. As a matter of fact, it was $540 Baccarat, matter of fact. So get a package here to my house and it's fragrances. I'm like, I'm just going to ignore her. I can't do it. She's blowing up my phone, email, this, that, and the third. Comes up to the store, all that kind of stuff. I give her a refund for that because she comes up to the store and she's giving my guys grief. Said, please do not purchase from us again. Do you know I gotta, those lawyer subscription type things, the attorneys, like you can pay.
Legal, what is it? Prepaid
legal, something
prepaid
like
legal.
why get a prepaid legal that she's suing me for $35 because we wouldn't give her money back for a return that she sent or something like that. I still got it. I just kept it just because this is not it though. It's not it. A couple of weeks after that, we get an order from someone in the same city, the same zip code, and the name is scrambled around. It's her.
Different name.
Different name. But it kind of, and it, to be honest, we have a couple of customers that have been like that, where I've had to say to my guys and my girls, hey, they cannot buy anything anymore. We will
Yeah.
their money. And they going off on the phone. So you just ain't gonna take my money anymore? No. And I had to be diplomatic and say, listen, what we have is not suffice. It doesn't meet your high standard of quality. So please, you can go to this company. I give them names of companies they can go to. But it was like, it just let me know from the beginning I should have trusted my instinct. When someone says this company won't sell to me anymore, I should have said, we won't either.
Yeah, I was getting ready to tell you, you knew what experience you were going to have when she told you that this company wouldn't sell to me anymore. Red flag.
It's like myself.
I bet she had on a t-shirt that said, I'm trouble.
Right. And trouble number 2 with her. So
right. We trouble.
Yeah. So, I've had to learn that it can't be really a personal thing, because myself and even my staff, they love it. Like, this is, they know that this is a real thing for this. This is just not business. So we try to go the extra mile, and sometimes it bites us in the butt. But we got several customers. We got a customer now who comes in and he buys, and we always say, look, you can't return this. And literally 4 hours later, he calls me. I would say 80% of the time, hey man, I don't really like that, man. Can I bring it back? 80% of the time he does this. So I've had to now say, look, no. You just no. Before he leaves the door.
Are your return policies like in bold print? And
at the shop we don't have it posted like that.
Yeah.
So we have to do that. But normally it's not an issue, because people understand, hey, you're gonna rub this on your skin. You can't take it back.
Right.
It's $5.
Yeah. Because it's hard to go into a store. Like, now I find that like Neiman's and Saks, I have taken fragrances back to them, but places like Ulta and things like that. Now, before COVID, they wouldn't take fragrances back if you had used them or whatever. But now with the COVID, I think that's what it is now. Everybody's kind of lenient. They're like, okay, if you take it home, because of the fact that you can't smell it in the store, if you get it home, you decide you don't like it, then you can bring it back.
But Miss Monroe, we're talking about $5. We're not talking about $300, $200. Doing my $5.
Well, there's actually a huge difference between $5 and $300.
Right. It's like, come on, y'all. Please, don't do that.
Yeah, there's a big difference between 500. So tell us, what do you have exciting coming up? You said you have a rewards program. Tell us about that, because we like rewards programs, because usually those mean free.
Right.
So what's the rewards program?
So we have 2, and it's not totally flushed out. Most of it is, well, I won't say most of it, but a big portion of this is for our wholesalers, who we've grown our wholesale base so much that we have people who are ordering, 3-4 wholesale packages in a month. They'll order Monday, and then on Thursday they'll call, they order again and say, can you just ship them together and order 2 more? So essentially, it's a one price per year. I think it's going to be either $99 or $149, and you'll get 15% off all of your purchases. You'll also get opportunities to buy wholesale soaps. So we sell a ton of soaps, and again, the wholesalers want them. So we're going to do sample soaps, the large soaps. But one of the biggest things that we don't release everything that we get created. So like, I think we talked about Juliet Has a Gun line before. I have we have 8 fragrances already made from Julia Has a Gun that we just can't release right now, but we have it already made and sampled out. So we have a limited amount. Those people in
Yeah.
the VIP program will have access to those. And again, it'll be a limited amount. So we may have, 20 roll-ons of it or 10 roll-ons of it. But
Right.
in that area right now, we probably have about 400 fragrances. I mean, from fetish to a bunch of different Beretos and bonds. I mean, we have a ton that we just haven't released, and it may never get released.
Mm-hmm.
They'll get an opportunity to get that, and there's a couple of other things that they'll have opportunities to get that others will not, and it pays for us, especially for the wholesalers. It just pays for itself,
So let me ask you this: when people are doing these wholesale orders, like who do they sell to? Like if someone wanted to start a little fragrant body oils business, who would their customer base be? Would it be like their family and friends, or?
Exactly. So we get a lot of people from, like, one of the older videos that we did that they want to do wholesale.
Yeah.
Essentially, we have a wholesale package that's $150 for 100 roll-ons, and you get your labels on them.
Mm-hmm.
So many of our customers are always like, people compliment me everywhere I go. When I go to work, they always say, you smell good. My family says those are the customers. I mean, at this point, we tell customers, listen, don't sell your oils at $3, $4 like the hair care. Sell them at $7. They're worth that. We're selling them to you for $6, $7, $10. Sell them at least for that. The Black Phantoms, and you only can get it from us. Angel Share, nobody else carries that. So sell it for $10. Well, when you start thinking about it, if you sell 15, 20 roll-ons, you've made your money back already. So
right. Yeah.
just in your family, we have a couple customers that they buy once a week, and it's on payday. So they go to work, and they'll, especially their first time, they'll call and go, "Oh my God, I just made $300 in 30 minutes. I need to order again." I'm like, it works. I mean, and you don't have to. I know people are like, I don't sell, but all you have to do is just let somebody smell it. You don't have to sell it. Just when they're gonna say, how much is it? And it's only $7. Well, you sell 20 of those, and you got your money back. Just like that, And if you're one of those people that are around a lot of people and a lot of people know you, keep it in your car. We actually have a carrying case that we're coming out with. And getting it here, shipping is just crazy right now, and
right.
So we'll have a carrying case as well. But people are so ingenious, I mean, and creative that we got a couple of people they made things that they put on them, and they.
Oh yeah, I've seen them brothers out on the corner. They got the thing. They look like, I believe you're supposed to keep like bullets in it or something. Right. Oils in it. Yeah. I'm not a good salesperson. That has never been what I've been good at ever. Like, and I think that it's because, no, not when it comes to, you want to buy this makeup brush. No, get out my face. Have a nice day. That's me. But, some people are like, but look, this is pink and it's real fuzzy. Not me. I'm like, okay.
I tell people all the time, if you are genuinely genuinely really like the product, which I really believe that our customers really love the product, it's gonna sell itself. I mean, if somebody you have on Angel Share, people are gonna say, "What is that?" Or Molecule One, "What is that?" Egyptian, whatever it is that you wear. So you one of those people go to work and everybody tells you smell good. It's like a no-brainer. We've had people that went from making lunch money to making mortgage money, and that's and it's not it's not any exaggeration. We truly have people making mortgage money.
I'm sure it would definitely, especially if you're around a lot of people, I'm sure it would definitely be an easy thing to do. It would probably be easy for me to do. People always ask me, what am I wearing?
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. Because be passionate about what you're saying, and it's genuine. You know, when
Yeah.
it's genuine, it sells itself when you say, "Hey, this is what I wear. This is, you know."
Yeah. If I had time on my hands, definitely would be a great side hustle, you know, for like you said, lunch money, and then hopefully later on mortgage money. Yeah.
Oh, you don't have any time?
Huh?
I say you don't have any time.
You know how much time I have?
I'm sure it's tiny.
Oh, geez, I have no time.
With another video, how?
I know my time is like, it's so limited, but yeah. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on and chopping it up with me this evening. Is there anything? Oh, we wanted to tell the people, who's it? Country Gal said, I used to think that I wasn't a good business person. I finally got over my fear, and that's how my editing business is growing. I got over my fear of rejection. Country Gal, tell me what type of editing you do.
Country Girl just got a job.
Look, that's good marketing, girl. Good job. Yeah, really. No, I'm very serious. Like, I need some help.
Can I say one thing though too? And I want to shout out to my team. So I want to give a shout out. It sounds like a rapper or something. I want to give a shout out to the FBO team. If you guys have called us or gotten calls from us, Jay, who is our manager, he's my right hand man. He's the one that I texted 2 a.m. cursing out, and then the next day he still understands my passion for it, and whether I'm right or wrong, he's always on my team. Marquise, that's our artist, and again, if we open up at 12 o'clock, he's there at 9. Danny, he keeps everything straight. That's my what do you call those people that have that? They want to keep everything in a like Rain Man. He's like that with everything. And then Simeon and Kiana, they kind of are our playmakers on the weekends and after beginning the store. So I just wanted to shout them out because I'm sure they'll see this, and just wanted to let them know I appreciate everything they bring to the table, and I couldn't do it without them. We couldn't do it without each other.
Well, shout out to the FBO team.
Yeah.
For making it happen, especially through all this mess that's going on.
Man.
Terrible.
Yeah, and I appreciate them. Really, I do. That's how they got
on. Oh, Country Gal said books. Okay, I thought you were saying video editing.
Country Girl, you better get a write a book.
People are always telling me I need to write a book. Jeremy said your team is amazing, top notch.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. They're more patient than me now. At this point, I'm like, yo, y'all call them back.
All right. So thank you again so much for joining me tonight. This was fun. Thank you, everyone in the chat room. All of my lovely subscribers, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. And do you have anything to add?
I do want to ask it. Thank you, and I'm so I really am, because
thank you.
You know, people think that this was an organic thing. You know, I had a couple of customers contact me and say, "Oh, Eva sent me here." I'm like, I don't know Eva. Like, you know, I kept saying, who is this person? Then it was like 4 or 5 people. I said, who? And they said Eva Monroe. And I went back and looked at the videos. I think I commented. I said, hey, we need to talk. And then that's how it went. And it went from business. And I would consider you a friend. And I just appreciate what you've done for us, because it has helped us grow. We get a lot of customers that say, hey, Eva, I saw you on the video on Eva and this, that, and the third. So I definitely appreciate it. And I'm proud of you, because like I see the beginning videos, and I saw when it was, I don't know, it was like 30,000 people, 40. Now I'm like, you have 70,000 people? Like,
yeah,
you had some,
it's wild.
Yeah, you've had some heavy hitters on your show or on your YouTube. So I just proud of you. I'm glad to be able to say, you know, I knew her when
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But no, only because, I only talk about products that I absolutely love and I use. That's, yeah. So
I definitely appreciate it.
I tell people that all the time when I get them emails. They're like, can we send you? I only talk about products that I actually use.
And that's how sales work. I mean, if you put your name on it, that's why we'll work on that fragrance.
That's gonna be some of the strongest fragrance. I read you the comment now where the lady done said that my fragrances stink, right? It's gonna have tobacco, honey,
my gosh,
oud.
Oh, we throw some
barely be
semi-bespoken black woman in there.
Yep. Yep, semi-bespoke black girl. That's what we're gonna call it.
Right.
All right. So, all right, everybody, take it easy. Take it easy.
Hey, put your mask on.
Put your mask on. Stay away from everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go out of this, Malik. But then when I go out of it and I end the live, just hit your link again and come back.
All right.
Okay.